it's the Madness 245 minute video. So I'm going to do my predictions for the games that are taking place in the SPFL, which is round 6, and it's round 5 in the English Premier League. So yeah, going to do my predictions for both leagues now. Come on, at Party Thistle, I think that's going to be a 1-1 draw. I think those two teams are just bad and just boring. I think it's going to end 1 each between them two. Motherwell, Hamilton, 2-1 Motherwell. I think Motherwell will just be a little bit too strong for Hamilton. So yeah, 2-1 to the Well in that game. Rangers, Ross County at Ibrox. I think Rangers will respond, unfortunately, to losing to Celtic. I think they'll have too much for Ross County, even though I want Ross County to go there and win. I definitely will. I think Rangers will just be a bit too strong. So yeah, 2-0 Rangers in that game. St Johnstone versus Hearts. I think it's going to be a game of the weekend. I think Hearts will nick it, but I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be 3-2 Hearts. 2 games on Sunday. Dundee, Aberdeen. I think Aberdeen will win this 2-0. I think now they've got Johnny Hayes back from injury, I think they're more stronger and more of a threat, and I think he's going to be the main reason why they beat Dundee in this game. So yeah, 2-0 Aberdeen in this match. And finally the game which tops the Scottish weekend off, unfortunately for Inverness versus champion Celtic, the ruthless Celtic under Brendan Rodgers. I think Inverness won't do very well against Celtic. I think they've had such poor form recently under Richie Thorne, their new manager, and Celtic will just batter them. I think Celtic will carry on where they left off against Rangers, and they'll respond to the 7-0 defeat to Barcelona in the Champions League in midweek. I'll just have too much for Cali Thistle. So yeah, so in that game I think it's going to be Inverness 0, Celtic 4. Moving on to the English Premier League games. The first game kicks off on Friday night at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea-Liverpool. I've gone 2-0 Chelsea. I think they'll be a bit too strong for Liverpool. I think Chelsea have got more quality. And at the back, I'll worry about Liverpool. And I think Chelsea will exploit our players like Hazard and Oscar. I think Costa's going to score again. And I think Hazard's going to score again. And Chelsea will just be a little bit too strong for the team from Anfield. So yeah, I think in that game will be Chelsea 2, Liverpool 0. Moving on to Saturday's games, Hull, Arsenal. Arsenal not convinced me in any game this season. They've been very, very poor. They're poor midweek against PSG, and we're very lucky they didn't get absolutely hammered. I think they'll have enough in this game though to beat Hull. I think Sanchez will score, and I think Cazorla will score if he plays. So yeah, Hull 0, Arsenal 2 in that game I think it's going to be. Leicester, who beat Bruges midweek against Burnley. The Premier League champions, obviously they've done great in midweek against the team from France. I think they're going to carry on their form. I think Morris can get double and they'll just be too strong for Burnley. So yeah, Leicester 2, Burnley 0 in that game. Man City, Bournemouth. I think Man City will carry on where they left off against Mutu Ladback in midweek. They beat them 4-0. I think it's going to be 4-0 again against Eddie Howe's Bournemouth. I just don't think Bournemouth will be able to cope with their pace and power that City possess, and City should be winning this comfortably. So yeah, 4-0 City in that game. West Brom versus West Ham. Obviously Tony Pearce under a lot of stick recently from West Brom fans and everybody. West Brom playing really boring football. They're not interested in winning, they're just interested in getting draws. And yeah, I just think West Ham will be a bit too strong. West Ham have got their own problems, but under Sylvain Billick they haven't been very good so far. Obviously they didn't qualify for the Europa League. Obviously Astra beat them in the qualifying. And yeah, I think West Ham will be a bit too strong for West Brom. So yeah, thinking that game will be West Brom 0, West Ham 2. Everton, Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have got off to a great start, but I think they'll get found out against a good Everton team under Ronald Koeman. I think Lukaku's going to score, and I think Ramirez is going to score. If not Ramirez, if he doesn't play, I think Delafay will score. And yeah, I just think that Everton will beat Middlesbrough comprehensively in this game pretty easily. 2-0. That game is the last game on Saturday. It kicks off at 5:15. Moving on to Sunday's games, there's 4 of them. Watford versus Manchester United. I think Manchester United will respond to the defeat to Feyenoord and the defeat to City last week, where they were absolutely terrible. I think Ibra's going to score again, and I think Rooney will score against Watford. I think Watford will struggle in this game. So yeah, Watford 0, Manchester United 2, in my opinion that score's going to be. Crystal Palace Stoke, I've gone 2-0 Crystal Palace because Stoke are poor under Mark Hughes. Sparky's under a lot of pressure. Stoke haven't played well this season, they're bottom of the league and they're just terrible. I just don't think they can go to Palace and get a result. I think Saha will score, and I think Benteke is going to score for Crystal Palace. So yeah, I think Alan Pardew will get a win there against Mark Hughes. So yeah, in that game I think it will be Crystal Palace 2, Stoke City 0. Southampton Swansea, I think these two teams are evenly matched, but I think Southampton will just nick it. They won tonight in the Europa League. Southampton, I think Austin, who scored tonight, scored 2 in that game. I can't remember who they played, but they won 3-0. I think they're going to win 2-1 against Swansea. I think it'll be closer than it was in tonight's game against that poor team. I think Swansea will give them more of a match, but Southampton will just nick it. I think Austin's going to score, and I think Lon's going to score, and I think Sigurdsson will reply for Swansea, but they just won't have enough to beat Southampton. So yeah, in that game I'm predicting Southampton 2, Swansea 1. And finally the last game is Spurs versus Sunderland at White Hart Lane. I think Spurs will react to losing to Monaco in the Champions League midweek by beating Sunderland easy at White Hart Lane. I don't think David Moyes' team can go there and get a result. They were comprehensively beaten at home by Everton last week. I just don't think they've got enough in their team to trouble Tottenham. I think Tottenham are just too strong, and Tottenham will react to the defeat in the Champions League. Midweek, which was disappointing. I think Lamella's going to score. I think Kane will score. I think Ericsson's going to score if he plays. And yeah, Spurs will just be a little bit too strong for David Moyes' men. So those are my predictions, guys, for this weekend's games, both the English Premier League and Scottish Premier League. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back on Sunday where I'll be doing a match review for Inverness Celtic. But yeah, take care, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace out.